until you finish your drum solo.
So I realized I had to. All of a sudden, I thought I'm delaying. I'm sorry. I like to drum.
You do?
I was drumming to Earl Grey Morning.
You like to bang on your drum all day?
I don't want to work. I just want to bang on the drum all day.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
All you have to do is have hernia surgery, and you can do that for a while.
Yeah, but that time's almost over.
That time is almost done. Well, kind of quick, didn't it?
It feels like 8 weeks has gone very fast. It's weird though, yeah.
It is very weird.
But it's time.
Sushi, Kaya, Mills, good to see you all. Good evening, everyone. It is time for some podcasting. It is About Beverages Podcast Thursday. We have claimed this day in our honor. Most Thursdays, yep, the flag has been planted. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith.
And we are going to try a few different things today. Some of them from the depths of your fridge. Some odd choices, which we'll talk about here in a minute.
Yes,
This is an odd podcast to some extent.
An oddcast.
An oddcast, yeah. I think that might be the way to put it. But we also hopefully have a very delicious cocktail involving some grenadine, which I just talked about last week.
Oh, so you made it.
I did not make it. I took the advice of my wonderful friend and ordered some from this company, which we'll talk about. I also ordered another syrup from them too, and they have cocktails like on the side of it. And one of them actually was this one that I randomly picked out, which is kind of funny. All so right. We've got a couple different cocktails that we'll do at some point. Grenadine. Yeah, there are so many cocktails. I mean, Tequila Sunrise obviously comes to mind, a lot of different things, but this will be a new one, which we'll talk about in a bit. Good news, and I can see Keith today. Is it my birthday instead of Paco's? I mean, it's always Paco's birthday, so whenever they just line up.
Somebody's birthday.
It just is what it is, right? I was only able to find one picture of the beverage that we were starting out the show today, even though we have two different sodas we're going to have.
Yeah.
I only could find one picture, and it was old. These have not been produced since 2022.
Okay. Then maybe about when I bought them, probably longer ago than that.
2022. This is some ancient soda right here.
There we go. The Fizzicist.
This is the Kroger Real Sugar, the Fizzicist. Probably one of the best Dr. Pepper knockoffs we've ever had, I would say. It was sad when they stopped. All of the Real Sugar sodas were good. I didn't have the picture for it, but we're also going to have the Orange Cream. Orange Dream? Orange Cream. I think it's Orange Cream.
Yeah.
We're going to have that one as well, but I couldn't find a picture that was even mildly worthy. This was even a little bit sketchy, but I was like, it's all right.
You did well, actually.
Yeah, it's good enough.
I sent a picture of that one, though. That's not the thing, though.
That is not it, though. I almost texted you this morning and said, can you send me a picture of both the cans next to each other? And I was like, I don't want to bother him. You'd have to pick him up, and I don't know if he's able to do that yet. I don't know how that works. I don't know if you're at it.
Well, it's funny. I realized, I think it was the next day that I had put the picture I sent you, I put on the top of the fridge, and then I forgot to put it back in the fridge. But I realized in plenty of time, but I was like, dang it. So this, if we're lucky, it's 3 years old.
Yeah, it was December of 2022 was someone tweeted literally to Kroger and said, I cannot find this. And Kroger answered and said, we have discontinued. We're no longer making that. That is actually the status. It's very sad. Yeah. Baker, good to see you.
Hello,
you both
Baker.
look great. You're too kind. Is it still good? We're going to find out. Went driving with my friend and got good enough marks from my friend drive with me that my grandma said, not this week, but next week or the week after. Well, that's a lot of different weeks.
So,
Independence Day weekend, we will go to the DMV and get my driver's test done. Ooh, nice, right. Kaya. That sounds like fun. Definitely keep practicing. It's always the written test that was always the more nervous than the driving test, I think. Always making sure you had all the facts down, the rules of the road.
Got to remember those facts.
170 calories. We'll talk about all the real sugar and everything else that's delicious in here. Well, it's still got plenty of foam.
Yeah, I think it was either last year or 2 years ago. I gave
one of these to our brother Joe, didn't you?
Yeah, and I didn't realize that. And I have still another one at home.
Oh my gosh.
And it's funny.
You should tell your son to sell this on the internet for high cash money.
I should. You know how I keep all my old sodas on a sheet pan
I was just going to ask. These are the ones that just did not.
So yeah. So I happened to be looking in there because my pantry's not nearly as organized as yours is now, but I keep it moderately organized.
It's pretty nice.
And
it's sell yourself.
So I was looking and I just happened to look down because I'll do that every once in a while. I'm like, oh, is there a puddle forming? And I was like, oh, I could see one. The Sprites, actually. It was Sprite, or what was it? Something had started to leak out. Okay. So I started digging. I'm like, oh my God, I have Fizzicist in. And I have the orange cream. I was like, we need to do these for the podcast. So it was
That's literally how it happened.
It was because of that. God. Because I was down there. I'm like, and I even just said, well, we're doing these. And I didn't think you'd have a problem with that. So.
No, this one for sure. And I was glad when you said you had the orange too, because I always really loved that one.
Yeah.
But cola was okay. Cola for some reason just never worked. I just like Coke too much for the most part.
I have some cream sodas left as well, I think, from...
That would
or
be
maybe those are
interesting to try.
A&W. I can't... but
okay.
I think no, they might be actual cream sodas, so...
Yeah, 170 calories, 41 grams of sugar. Not surprising. But yeah, these were very popular. There is still hubbub on Reddit of people being like, man, they need to bring these back. I wish they made them again. All that.
So we might get some clicks from this then.
We very much might. I'll make sure this is definitely the featured thing. Pass the written, just have to do behind the wheel. Nice. Have to do the written to get the driver's permit in Illinois, so now I just have to do the behind the wheel test. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that's how it is here as well. That is how it is here as well. Still good.
Still delicious.
Still delicious.
Sodas age very well, as long as there's not a rupture or puncture in the can.
That's right. I would think so.
But it's funny because lately, and I guess it's just been sitting there for a while.
Get out of town. Sushi doesn't believe it.
It turns into this thick syrup that is actually on the sheet pan. It's not like it's just liquid and I pour it off.
Dehydrate. I can't believe you don't get like ants or something like that.
I know. I'm surprised too.
That's always the thing.
Yeah.
Like you're like,
no, thank God.
I left one morsel and something came in. Like it's always that.
Yeah.
Sure, food made during George Bush Jr.'s administration is still good, right? It could be. I don't know about food, maybe. It's still good. I know, Sushi. It's shocking. It's still good.
It's mostly sugar.
Yeah, it's mostly sugar.
And other preservatives.
It's so close to so some of the other Dr. Peppers, which I have liked, obviously the Sprecher, the Dr. Sprecher, and then we even had the Liquid Death one that was Dr. Death. That one more toward the Sprecher. That one went more toward the cherry.
Yeah.
Which was kind of their difference, which I liked and I enjoyed. This one hits a lot closer to the Dr. Like, what do you think? What is the difference with this one compared to a real Dr. Pepper? Like, what do you think the difference? What is the difference flavor wise in this one? Because it's very close.
Yeah,
but it is a little and it could even just be the cane sugar versus corn syrup. High fructose corn syrup. Like, could be providing some of that because there's just a different, like more almost like vanilla sweetness. There's like a kind of candied sugar, like that kind of thing.
I do get a little bit of the like cherry almond in there, but I'm not sure what it is, but I'd have to drink them side by side. But this is maybe not as fizzy as the Fizzicist isn't as fizzy as.
Yeah, it could be a little bit. It had at the beginning
carbonation.
Yeah. But, do you still drink it then if all the ants are dead? That's a good.
That's the sign.
That's the test.
That's the sign.
That's the test.
Ants are dead.
If all of a sudden you're like, oh, those guys aren't moving.
Yeah, it's not good.
That's poison now. That's no longer a soda.
That's right.
It's actually poison.
That's right.
It's doing on the outside what it would do to my inside.
Well, I think it's just one more of these, but I have one more. I feel like I should give it to our brother.
I think you should. Like that was always like literally one of his favorite. And the name is just amazing.
Oh yeah. How do you stop making that?
The Fizzicist. Like it's. So
I know
good.
It's perfect. Yeah.
It's such a good subtle reference. It's one of my favorite things. Like I said. Yeah. And I guess it was at the same time. It wasn't just these, but it was. These real sugar sodas, and then some of even more of their premium bottle line that I guess Kroger used to have. That was like all at the same time. They just like must have just canceled that program.
I wonder.
And these unfortunately were caught in the crossfire.
That's about like Trader Joe's used to actually sell 4-packs of sodas. They had an orange, a cola, and a root beer, and they were really good for what I mean. I think they were like $1 a bottle or something like that. And
they were in bottles.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
In bottles, and then it just stopped. So.
Think of all the marketing when Oppenheimer came out. I know we could have tied it together. The only soda with a half-life. Oh, man, that's too funny. Only soda with a half-life, they would say. I'm surprised a lot of soda will go bad after a year. I wonder if it depends, like I said, if it's like a diet soda. I wonder if those go worse quicker. Like, I honestly don't know. Doing a lot of IRL issues lately. It's been quiet. I thought I would chime in as I miss my friend. Good to see you, brothers.
Aww.
Good to see you.
I know what that means now. I figured it out. Yeah, I don't think. I mean, we've had the cranberry Sprite. We had that, and that was fine after what 6 or 7 years.
That was a long time.
Yeah.
That was a kind donation.
I don't know.
From
There
your son.
might be a date on there.
Oh God. I mean,
I used to stock up for parties. So Best Buy.
There's a sell by on here.
Sell by. Okay.
Do you want to guess? I love that
it hasn't been made since 2022. You said, right?
And it's awesome on the bottom. Like sometimes you're like, oh, I think I can get. This is a very good stamp. Like there is no denying what this is.
Sell by 2021?
Older.
Oh, wow. 2020?
Older.
Oh my gosh, really? 19?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
11/22/19.
Sell by.
That was sell by.
Not born on.
So it was probably made, 6 months or a year before that, maybe?
I would think.
Maybe even a year. 28.
Yeah.
This might be a 2018 soda.
Could be.
This might be a 7-year-old soda. That's bonkers. Oh my God, that's bonkers. Been nice knowing you, Bevy Brothers.
Well, we have video proof if something happens. But then, just go back to
pre-COVID golden age.
Yeah.
Goes exactly. Pre-COVID golden age soda.
Well, who knows how old the orange one is?
I know. That's even more exciting.
More.
Also, this might go to show. I wonder what the other one is. Do you not rotate your product? You rotate your stuff better at your store than you do here.
Yeah, I probably don't with sodas. But yeah, I do have a lot of, and I have some like Hansen's root beer, and we used to carry Hansen's at the store, but that's been a long time ago. So that's probably when I got those. Those are in there. Had some A&W root beers.
You really should put those out when we have the. I mean, I know
I do, but nobody drinks soda anymore. It's so.
Oh, there's always at least someone drinks a soda or two.
It's not
at the
much.
end of the evening. Usually, it's always.
I will put them in. I have had because I've taken them out and put them in. I've put Coke in there. I've done different things with that.
Just put those ones in there, so that's all there is.
Yeah, but it's like mostly it's like bottled water, or obviously people are drinking wine and beer. But then when it's like time to not drink that, it seems like the sparkling waters lately have been big. Or there still are some sodas that are.
I usually always have like a soda or something like that because it's kind of nice for.
I'll bring them over when you have the next big party here.
Yeah, there you go.
Or maybe Thanksgiving. All right, you check
so
on that one.
One more from the archives here.
That's right.
This is also. I don't have a picture, unfortunately, because this one I could not find a good. So you can. This is the same one from Kroger. Their real sugar soda. This is their orange cream.
Orange cream. Their stamp on that.
Yeah, exact same one. So you must have bought these at the same time. 11/22/19.
Okay.
2019. We're doubling down
Same
on
run.
possibly. Yeah. Not surviving here.
Well, we had last 2 weeks. We've had a beer from 2017 each of those years.
Now that technically was barrel aged, and you don't mind that one sitting though.
No.
Let's be fair.
Well, this is loaded with sugar, so it's
but you don't necessarily want these to be older.
No, they're not getting any better.
No, get that 911 ready, right? 911 is a joke in your town. The only reason I remember that song. Little less orange, like aroma, like a little more toward the cream.
Mm-hmm.
Orange soda from the first Trump administration.
Yeah,
that will make me barf if it's actually from the Trump administration. Color appropriate, gross. Okay, yeah, a little less. The orange is like less, cream is a little bit more there, so that came through. So it's missing some of that high note, I would say.
Yep.
That still tastes really good.
That still have the creamy goodness is there.
That's really good. I really always love this orange one too. Yeah, because of
it's not overly sweet. It has that like you really do feel like you're getting that vanilla ice cream.
It is like a vanilla ice cream note. They did a really good job. This has actually more calories.
Oh, okay.
44 grams of sugar. So another 3 grams of sugar in this one. That's the cream part.
The cream. Yes.
You want cream, you need 3 more grams of sugar. They said, all right, do it.
Calories and sugar.
Oh, there's a quality guarantee. There's a phone number here. I'm currently having a 2019.
Yes.
And they're like, what? They're like, and it's delicious.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say, good job, team.
No, the quality, the phone number's probably hasn't been manned for 3 years. Like,
wonder what it is.
Sorry, this is a disconnect.
What happens when you call it? What is on the other end of this line?
It could just be Kroger quality.
Do you think
control.
it is? It probably is, right? It'd be funny if it actually was specifically toward these drinks.
You have reached the now defunct Real Sugar Soda line for the Kroger brand grocery stores.
For recall, press 1.
Recalls.
For all other product inquiries, press 2.
Okay.
That's a large bucket. For recalls, press 1. For everything else.
Everything else. Yeah.
Everything else.
We're really only worried about the recalls.
Yeah, that's all we're worried about.
That's good, though.
That is quite delicious. It is quite good. Bringing back the Tampa Bay shirt. Haven't worn that in a while.
Did, yeah,
Is it because almost training camp in a week?
The football, that's right. Is it that? No,
I think it's like in a week. Wow. Training camp starts again. Yeah.
Not specifically that. I've worn a lot of blue and I wore gray last week, and I was like, I haven't worn this in a while, and this is a Dan Patrick T-shirt.
It's good color for the podcast.
And well, at least it's not green.
Yeah. So, yeah. No, I'm saying it looks good. Like I said, it works well.
It's vibrant.
It is. I like it.
And this was made, Dan Patrick made this shirt when Tom Brady went to Tampa Bay. They came up with Tampa Bay.
Oh, that's right. And he made it with his own hands, too. He actually literally stitched the shirts.
Tom Brady?
Yeah.
No, actually.
Dan Patrick.
No, yeah. So they came out with this shirt. Then shortly thereafter, they got a letter from Tom Brady's lawyers saying, we appreciate your enthusiasm, but basically, stop selling that
Cease
shirt.
And desist.
Yeah. It was a step before that. His name is Tom, is what it said. And, so I can't remember if I'd already ordered mine or I was thinking of it when I heard that. I was like, I want to get that. So I ordered one of these for myself and then for our friends in Las Vegas, because he was a big Patriots fan.
Oh, yeah.
So I heard that. And then because the letter that they received from Tom Brady's law team said his name is Tom, I got Dad one.
Oh, nice.
That said his name is Tom. I don't know. I never saw him wear it, so I don't know if he did or not. He may have worn it. Well, I'm not saying he never wore it. I don't know whether he did or not, but I just thought that was fun. His name is Tom. And, and so since, our dad was he hadn't listened to him recently, but used to listen to Dan Patrick show a lot. Yeah, I know he always used to like Dan Patrick. And so I thought, you know what? There's a good tie into all that, and and it's a different color scheme shirt than I've worn in a while. So that's why tonight I did that.
Bevy suddenly on the line with an angry Armenian Uber driver. Yeah, if that number had gone to something else, I would have been pretty excited because I did not plan that bit. I was like, let's see what happens. Isn't actually Kroger here, right? It's all the fries. Yeah, Fry's Kroger is kind of the same thing, so they sell all that stuff. Tom can't stitch anything. His hands are too small. He would have trouble gripping it. That's a good reference right there. Yeah. Did they wind up, because obviously they were selling to, they turned into, we're just going to give them to charity then, let us run out, or
I think I'm not sure how it was. They had to take them down after a certain point. So I don't know if they, I think it's kind of like probably, well, I don't know, actually. I don't know if they make, like our site, they're made to order. I don't know if those are made to order.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Because they do have sales on certain things. So maybe they did have inventory to run through. I'm not sure how that, how they went through the last of their inventory, but
gotcha.
I was just like, all right, I'm going to get one of those. Because I've always wanted to have one, because they have, kind of like us, they do, they'll come up with something funny for a shirt and they make it. So, and then I was like, I want to have one of those. So
I want that
shirt.
I made this.
So, yeah.
What was that from?
X-Files.
X-Files, that's what it was.
I made this.
If Planty was here, I'd mentioned that they're coming out with someone must have done something, and now they're turning it a set. It's like a Lego X-Files set.
Really? For Lego?
It's a Lego set, but it's the X-Files. My wife was watching some of those the other day. Actually, she was starting watching back through some of those early seasons.
They're still good.
Wherever she was watching them, they actually had them in, because it was season 1 or 2, they were in widescreen. They had done it where they had done that remastering or whatever.
Oh, okay.
So they weren't in 4:3, they were actually in 16:9. So I was like, oh, that's weird, because what one did I see? Oh, I saw the one with the little kid who must be everyone thinks is the chosen one, and there's some creepy guy going after him that burns people when he touches them. And then the guy that's you're not sure if he's trying to save him, but he also seems creepy. He was in some other horror movies, Skin.
Oh yeah.
And because then at the end,
Homer Simpson's evil twin, he calls him. David Duchovny calls him.
I think, at some point, yeah. But then it's the whole thing where they're oh, he's getting away on a plane. She's like, no, I think he's at this factory, and she just goes to the factory, and then it's because then the guy's you think you're the one that's meant to protect him or keep him safe, and then it kind of ends on a creepy note where the kid says something oh, I'll see you again, and then I'm do they ever pay that off? It was really kind of weird. Oh, did you see that too, Sushi? Yeah, I saw that and I was going to message it to Planty, and I can't remember if I did or not, but yeah. Yeah, the X-Files was good. Like I said, some of the, obviously some of the effects are kind of silly. There was something called, my wife's come in here and look at this. This is so ridiculous. And they're walking through somewhere and there's all these cats. And she's like, you have to see how this cat, and like this cat attacks. And it was almost like it was just like looked so goofy that she's like holding this cat, and it just looked so stupid. It was like, it was just kind of ridiculous. But yeah, I think it might have even been that one. But yeah, they were looking for. But yeah, it was just like this little kid, and it's like, oh, is he like a prophet? Is he something?
Yeah, I remember
There's
that
something
one.
weird about it because then at the end, because she was like, oh, I'm going to keep him. I want him protected, and then that's when that other stuff happened. But yeah, it ends with like her saying something, and the kid being like, we'll see each other again or something like that, and they walk away. Just ends on the little X-Files. I was like, did they ever pay that? Like, did he ever like, I'm the kid you saved 20 years ago, or something like that?
Oh,
also, it was Gillian Anderson before she had her British accent. Apparently,
yeah. She has spent a lot of time in England. I heard
well, come on.
Where did I
it
hear
doesn't
her?
just happen like that.
No, I know.
It's
no.
it's so
you're
funny.
right. But I did because I thought, well, yeah, because we watched The Fall several years ago that she was in with. That especially the first 2 seasons of that were really. And she was a detective or police, some sort of
British detective.
Yeah, but right, she had the English accent. I was like, where'd that come from? But then I did hear
And then
her
you see her
recently.
interview, and she's like, oh, it's like, wait a minute.
I saw her I listened to her on maybe like
You're from Norfolk. I have no idea if she is.
the Smartless podcast or something, one of those things, and she does still have a little bit of that. So I don't know if she adopted it and just can't.
Yeah.
I did that one time for so long. I started to have internal dialogue with an English accent. I was like, I need to stop this. I was like,
she
18
grew
or
up.
19.
She grew up in London, but
Okay, I
she's
knew she
never
spent
had that
a lot-
accent. Like it's
No.
never been
And maybe
there.
she unaccented for the X-Files. She de-accented.
I could be, but that's like been the running joke that no one does that.
Yeah,
Sunshine, how's it going? Good to see you.
Lollipops and
Exactly.
rainbows.
Woot woot! I do like real sugar. We also like real sugar. These are both delicious, but unfortunately, you can't find them anymore. So,
Yep.
sorry. We've had the last couple of these that are in existence. This soda has not
I have
been
some
made.
orange and some cream soda. I can bring a cream soda over next week if you want.
Good.
What the hell?
Haven't these have not been
Good
made since
evening.
2022,
Yes.
and these are from 2019. At least
Maybe.
the sell by was.
Yeah,
so
the
it could be
sell-by.
2018. It's scary. It's scary. Good evening, Andrew and Keith. Good evening to you too, Sunshine. At times has more of an American accent. Millie Bobby Brown does the same. Oh, really? I don't know who's Millie Bobby Brown.
Stranger Things.
Be more specific.
Oh, wait. Or is she the one from... No, that's not... That's Bobby Brown. Everybody's talking all this stuff up. Okay. Millie Bobby Brown is the main... Is L.
Oh, 11?
Yeah. 11. L.
Oh, okay. I haven't watched that show in forever. I guess it's coming out and I just don't care.
There's a 5th season. I don't know if it's this year.
It is
or-
this year.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's like, I think it's like November. Like they're releasing it so that it like winds up finishing like on New Year's or something. It's like they're doing 3
okay.
episodes here and then a couple episodes. They're doing this whole thing.
Okay.
So, did I mention I found some Anchor Steam Tropical Ale in cans last weekend in a lonely liquor store on the way to the wedding? Oh my gosh, over a year old, and I'm scared to open one.
As long as you hear
Man.
that sound, it's okay.
I haven't had a tropical ale. We've had one of those at some
I
point.
don't know if I've had
feel.
Anchor Steam Tropical Ale.
I feel like maybe one of the times when I was out there, like right as that was, when did that actually close? Did that? I swear I'd
Few
been to
years
San
ago?
Francisco before it closed.
Yeah.
And I remember like, and I think I had something, one of those when I was out there. Like said, Anchor Steam was always okay. I was never I became more of a fan of it as I got older, but I really didn't like
the
it
steam
when I was
beer.
younger.
Yeah. Yep.
That bitterness used to be really strong.
Well, and it's Anchor Brewing, and Steam was their
Yeah.
style.
Correct.
of
It's a
beer.
steam
Yeah,
beer.
but you always said, I remember like in the 90s where I said, oh, Anchor Steam, Anchor Steam, Anchor Steam. And it usually that was pretty much the ubiquitous thing, except for they had the holiday ale that we bought. I think we actually had that for a podcast. back in the day. So yeah.
October of this year. Okay. Last couple times they released new seasons near Halloween. Yeah, I always thought it was sometime around there. That makes sense. I might watch some of it. I need like a recap though, or something like that, because I'm not going to watch all those seasons again. Like I just need someone to fill me in. I remember watching, like, think it was like I enjoyed it, like,
Yeah.
but it wasn't. I don't think I got into it as much as everyone else did. I was like, this is kind of cool. But then
Yeah, I liked, it's what, maybe 2 years now since the last season was
it seems like it's been a bit.
Because I think I remember watching it.
I'll let you know if I open one tomorrow. You also have to let me know if you live after it, Crocodile.
Yeah, I have watched it, but have you? I can't remember. You did finish Severance second season?
No.
Or did not.
No, we're
Okay.
like 2 episodes in, maybe
Okay.
3.
All right.
We're like 3 episodes into that. We're like 3 or 4 episodes into Ted Lasso's last season, last season. I finally just had to read what happened. Like finally
On which one?
On Ted Lasso.
Oh, you didn't watch it?
I already kind of knew anyway. We'll watch it at some point.
Okay,
but I was
good.
just like, I get tired of waiting at some point. So I'm just like, okay, I need to see what happens. I was like, oh, okay. And that was why when we were discussing last week, I was like, knowing that seems like then a lot of characters are eliminated unless they do the like, come back. Like, unless they do something like that.
I need you to help me.
Yeah.
Coach this women's soccer team.
Yeah. And if they're only doing it one time or something, like, it's kind of, but at this point, they needed a whole episode for recaps. It's quite a hill they have us run. They're running up that hill. Wow, that's good, Mills. I like that. They are running up that hill. That's very true. I would need something pretty major. I'd have to go find someone's YouTube video that like breaks down like season by season, catch up the story.
Stranger Things.
And then go into it because like I said, I'm not going to watch that. I need you to Ted Lasso this team into shape, right?
So we decided to take our 3 free months of Apple TV since we bought our
okay.
So we most of it Saturday and then finished up, I think Tuesday. We finished the 2nd season of Severance.
Oh, okay.
We would just right on through. We watched like 6 episodes the first day. And I honestly, we started watching it and I thought, I'll probably watch 1 or 2. And then all of a sudden we're both like, want to watch another? Okay.
Yeah.
So we had 6 and then 2 and then half of 1 because our son's birthday was Monday and he came over. So then we watched the final 1.5 on Tuesday. So, but
you can get a free month if you have a Target card too. Oh, really? For Apple Plus? Oh, okay. Yeah, we have it through our phone plan has it, like, so we kind of have it that way. And then like, nice. Yeah, you got it because you just did new phones or whatever. So then you got 3 months of it. So yeah, catch up on that. And
I want to watch Shrinking.
Shrinking, I would definitely recommend from what I've heard. I haven't watched that. Studio's supposed to be good. Mythic Quest, I told you to give that. Yeah. Supposed to give that a try. I don't know if it'll be for you guys, but give it a shot. Like watch. I always say at least watch 2 episodes.
I'll watch
the first one. They're figuring things out, and then but we did like that one. But yeah, Shrinking, I would like to watch. And some other things.
The
had it for 6 months with something, but it expired. No,
the Resident Alien season 4 is out now. So,
is that one finally? Oh, okay. Yep. Is that on Apple TV?
No, that's on
Peacock?
like USA or Sci-Fi or one of those. Just Peacock would be the one you can watch it.
I think it was in season 2 of that as well.
Yeah,
like we stopped watching that.
And then and then The Bear just dropped yesterday.
I never even finished season 3.
All those episodes. It might be a better idea to just jump to season 4.
It might be. I don't know. Is he back with his girlfriend in season 4 yet?
I don't know.
Maybe I'll just keep boycotting. I heard there was like literally nothing with the 2 of them. I was like, okay, this thing I'm most interested in is not in the next season.
Was
I was like,
really
I don't
in it much at all.
Like that was kind of my thing. Like I thought that was funny. Like the biggest cliffhanger thing, and they're like, yeah, we're not really going to address it. It's like, well, then I don't need to watch your show. You did something so absolutely stupid at the end of the last one, and then don't do anything with it here.
Yep.
You were watching Severance. It's really good. That one I do want to finish. I kind of have seen like, because unfortunately with the way TikTok is and other social media things, like I've seen like little clips, and so I know some of the. Well, did we find out some of that at the beginning of season 2, like who his wife, kind of thing. Like I don't want to spoil.
She's alive.
Yeah, and who she is. Like who his wife is.
Yes. Yeah, that's at the end of the first.
Is that at the end of the first
season, I think? Or maybe?
Do they actually point out exactly like on the nose that it's...
Well, because he's looked at a picture.
Okay, that is season 1.
Okay, that's season 1. So,
but yeah, like I said, so that one I do want to get back to and finish for sure. New series, Lasso's Lemons, the clandestine crossover no one asked for, thrusting Will Sasso and Ted. That's just weird. That's just strange. I'm not for that. I don't want any clandestine things. Do we have a beer?
Sure.
That we've had recently?
Yes.
Multiple times?
We're going to do the old one, right?
I don't know. You're going to have to tell me. I picked one of them because I saw the 2 dates.
Oh, you picked one. Okay.
So you're going to have to tell me.
Hopefully you pick the old one because the other one is yours.
Who knows which one I picked?
Oh, my goodness.
Now you're going to have to tell me.
Oh, gosh.
See? So I had to turn this into something or be like, we're having a Pliny again.
They're both old.
Well, I guess the one is a little bit old. One's older.
October, 31st, I think, of last year.
Yeah, something
February,
like that.
February, so November, December, January. Yeah, like 3.5 months difference. So Servant. I don't think I've heard of Servant.
I haven't either. Is that an offshoot of Severance?
Servant.
It's a shorter version. It's only one season.
Servant.
Nope. Okay, then I have not heard of that. What is that?
Too.
What is that, and where can we watch it?
I read a very
air quotes
sad book. Well, because you know me, when I read books, I listen to them on Pandora. On Spotify.
So listen to books on Spotify?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's included in that's probably where I've been getting most of the bang for my buck lately is actually the books on there. So it was recommended to me, and it's a book that I had, when it originally came out, I was interested in. I was interested in the book, and I thought, I might like to read that someday. But that came out almost 3 years ago now.
Okay.
And then the author died about a year after it came out.
Oh my God. As Rupert Grint? Is it Grint or is it Grunt? It's Grint, isn't it? Is it Rupert
I think
Grint?
it's Grint.
I think it's I. Rupert
Grint. I think so.
Oh, it's on Apple Plus.
That's somebody new. Rupert Grunt.
He's an orc. Grint. Okay. Philadelphia couple is in mourning after an unspeakable tragedy creates a rift in their marriage and opens the door for a mysterious force to enter their home. Ooh.
Harry Potter.
That sounds... Harry Potter goes in it.
Harry Potter. It's Voldemort. No.
Yeah.
The mysterious force enters their home.
The Grint who lived. That actually sounds really cool, Sunshine. I like that kind of spooky stuff.
Well, whichever date it is, it smells good.
It does smell good. It's got that sunflower kind of seed thing to it a little bit.
It's got some nice.
So good, but a hard watch. Is it only like a mini series, like one season? Is it multiple seasons? Like, how does that one work? Yeah, Crocodile. We've got the high octane suds again today. I'm hoping I can find some fun stuff. I'm gonna be out in California in a few weeks, so I'm hoping I can find something interesting worth taking restock. Home. Yeah, 4 seasons. Oh my gosh, that's a long time they let that thing hang out. I always remember the Eddie Murphy bit where he's like, like movies like the Amityville Horror would last like 2 seconds. Yeah. It was a black family. Yeah. Like he was always like, they'd go in like, get out. Well, I guess we got to go.
This is beautiful. Look, that was got a beautiful bathroom. Get out. Too bad we can't stay.
Too bad we can't stay. Oh man. I always loved that bit. That was always good. That was just always amazing that people would stay. Binged it in 3 weeks, had to watch without kids. Okay. Can't do things like this one. All right. Interesting. That definitely sounds like something I would really like. I will definitely look that one up. Servant. Actually, I'm making a note of it now or I'm going to forget it. I always say stuff like that. I gotta make a note.
Severance. Servant. Servant.
Okay. Hermione, if you like, I will never be against a remind on something like Hermione? That. But I did just make a note of it though, because that does sound like stuff I would like.
I thought you said Hermione, if you like.
Hermione.
Hermione.
Oh, Hermione.
Brilliant. It's brilliant. Still tastes good.
That's pretty delicious. First time I saw Ron Weasley do something other than that. Oh, okay. Wow, that's funny. We were making all these references. He actually is in it.
Well, it said Rupert Grint.
I forgot that that's actually his name.
Oh, okay.
I had no idea what his name is in real life.
Ronald Weasley. Yeah.
Ron Weasley.
What was it? Was it you? No, it was our son sent us a thing, like a little video, and I think it was really him. And he was at a...
Oh no, Handsome Pete didn't pop up. No. Gallicos, how's it going? Good to see you.
He was at a gas station.
I'll fix it.
Filling up, and then he looked and he said, "Expensive petroleum." I think it was really him. If not, it was somebody that looked like him. So yeah,
I saved up too. I'll get it. We'll get it on there.
We'll redeem for you.
Gallicos, it is good to see you. Sorry that did not pop up. It should have. We'll get it right now. Hold on. Hold. We'll fix it.
Not
Gallicos,
yet.
It is good to see you. Thank you for saving up. That is very nice.
Not yet.
Still not ready.
I saw it.
Okay. See if it works here. It should work. You can go for it. Where is it?
I saw it. There it is. Up. The green in the upper. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, there it is.
Arr, that's Handsome Pete. He dances for nickels. Pete, you got some customers.
Hank Azaria.
We have had Peanut 3 weeks today. Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Oh, that's the cute little pup from last week. All right.
That's true. Oops. There we go. Oh, that's fine. I didn't even have that one on there.
Which one?
Oh, I won't even play. Oh my gosh.
How come?
I don't know. Did I get rid of it? Maybe I got rid of it.
They make you get rid of it?
I don't think so.
Afternoon, everybody.
Oh.
Kaya, thank you for the gifted sub.
Thirsty guy walks into a bar. You finish it.
Gifted sub to Demalevant? We'll go with that. Thank you for the gifted sub, Kaya. That's very, very kind. Appreciate it. All right, I'm going to try one more time. If this doesn't work, then we're just going to move on. Let's see.
Where's the Eric Cartman we know? The Eric Cartman we know breaks the rules, and he gets away with it. Just like his hero. Come on, who's your hero, Cartman? Tom Brady. Right, and what does Tom Brady do after breaking the rules? Deny and subvert. Yeah! Yeah, what would Tom Brady say if he got caught shoplifting? Everybody shoplifts, why are you coming down on me? Yeah!
There we go. Perfect. Weasley also does that Snatch TV series in England, and he's one of the producers. I started watching it on Netflix UK, and it's okay. All right, that's a strong endorsement, the okay there. Pretty sure now that he's put on 10% more weight, aka 1 pound, he's a Jack Russell Chihuahua. That's awesome, though, that he's gaining the weight back, though, Sunshine. That's awesome. That is so, so good. I have to cook a lamb rack for my culinary classes comp, even though I'm doing the bakery course stuff. But they liked my homemade wontons during the chicken portion, but I never had a lamb rack. Wow, I would be happy to be your tester for that. I love lamb.
Huge lamb fan.
I would definitely do that. Don't know how to cook the lamb. I keep saying lack of RAM.
A lack of RAM.
A lack of RAM. So unfamiliar with the damn thing.
Sometimes when you need to upgrade your computers because you have a lack of RAM.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Right there.
I know.
Lamb is so good. It's my almost 10-year-old's favorite. Nice. Yeah, I don't have it very often. And every time I do, I'm always like, oh, it's so good. Like it's just... I like that kind of gaminess. It's a little bit different, and obviously depending on how it's prepared makes a difference. Hopefully Gallicos does a good job and doesn't screw it up and ruin the lamb, but that's fine. Hopefully you do a good job there. Kids have very exquisite taste. That's always like nice and unfortunate at the same time when you have kids. If also they develop a taste for the finer things. Well, what do you think? Do you have a guess?
I think it has to be the one from February.
You're correct.
Okay. So I would have loved if you had told me I was wrong, because then I'd be like, that one for February is going to be delicious. So the other one might be, it'll be.
We did, that was about when we did the taste test last time.
Okay.
I think it was those 2 months. And the other one, you could tell the difference because of color. Remember the color was different too?
I do remember that.
But it was still good. You could just tell that it was muted and the color was kind of different.
I have 2 more from this date, so I'll bring more for you if you want.
I was told off for even suggesting a debone. Yeah, I usually don't. Like you do, what is it, the French preparation where you kind of cut along, where you've got the, you almost have it like a lollipop or whatever. Like
the crown or whatever, or the rack. Yep.
It's expensive, but I'm glad to. Yeah, like you'd rather have that they have the taste for, like, so that the finer things, the better things, the healthier things to some extent, for sure.
So do you have? I know I started talking about it a little bit ago. The book.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we got.
No, that's fine. No, totally fine. No, I was wondering if anybody was following along, was even interested. Because
I am. I was just came back.
No. We get to talk about other things, so that's fine. But I didn't know if I guess that those are a couple of vague clues. Came out in end of 2022, and the author died in October of the following year.
Over this book.
The author of the book died about a year after he wrote it.
How many books had he written?
Just one.
Tuesdays with Maury.
Maury didn't write that.
No, he didn't.
No, that was Mitch Albom, and he wrote more than one book.
Okay. Damn it! I thought it was close.
And not just in 2022.
It's the book a map.
No,
Just gonna ignore all the French stuff and do some Mongolian spice mix. I know, and I mean it'll probably be delicious too. You don't have to do the classic preparations.
Yeah.
1 year after writing the book.
So autobiography.
Was that the thing too? At the very last line he wrote, "And I will die 1 year from finishing." So he had to. Because he'd already written the autobiography.
No, that would have been not surprising if you would have figured that out. But
I can't even think who would have written an autobiography and then died a year later. Jim Croce. He was on the plane. He threw it out the window.
Here's my life and times. Yeah. Life and times.
Don't trust what my wife writes in that other book. He throws it out the window.
This is the truth.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't talk like that.
Yeah. I am not an animal.
Did it get turned into a movie?
The book I read?
The autobiography? Yeah.
No. I don't.
Is it a famous person?
It is famous person. A sitcom.
October from last year?
Passed away in October of 2023. End of October.
2023. Is it a thin book?
I don't know. I read it orally. It was funny. Orally. But when he wrote it, he said he actually wrote the first 150 pages in the notes app on his phone.
Oh my God!
He said he was on a long drive. Someone was driving. He wasn't driving.
I was hoping that's how he died.
And he started, and then he said he went to his manager. And said, okay, I've got this idea I've got this book. It's, my autobiography. And he said, well, that's great, but we probably need about twice as many pages. He was like, oh my God. so it's, I'm guessing it's probably around. Yeah. No one told him life was going to be that way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know he wrote an autobiography.
Yeah, he'd come out with it in toward the end of 2022, and I had remembered it was called Friends, Lovers, and the Great Big Terrible Thing, or The Terrible Thing.
Oh, okay.
And I had, when it originally came out, I was like, I would be interested in reading that, and didn't. And then, he a year later died.
Well, now I'm interested again.
Yeah,
good book promotion.
No, I totally forgot. Yeah, he was a good,
he really
wanted
entertainer.
That
to sell.
So So anyways, it came up as a suggestion for me, and I was like, oh, okay. So I started reading that.
I think I'll start a paper route right now.
I know. I'll start a paper route right now. I got home last Thursday night, and I just started listening to it, and I was like, oh my God, I got very, very depressed.
Oh God.
There's some funny stuff and some interesting stuff and some very depressing stuff, and holy mackerel. And then I did a very deep Matthew Perry dive. I was watching other videos and things, and
he had a lot of demons.
Yeah, he did,
as they say.
But it's just.
Did you talk about his movie with Selma Hayek?
That's actually when the drug addiction started.
Oh my God. Is that what Selma Hayek does to people?
She's like a drug.
She is like a drug.
To Hayek.
She's addicted to Hayek. He replaced it with another H, heroin. Yeah. No, he didn't do it.
No,
heroin.
He never did heroin. No. That's what he said. He said, it's funny, out of all the things he did, but it's funny, he said, I feel if I would have ever done heroin, I would be dead. But he said, for some reason, he's like, that was the one thing that always really scared me.
That's a bridge too far.
No, and he did.
I mean, it is a lot. You're wrapping up, ropes and like the belts and things like that, and you're looking for it. Like, that's a lot of extra work. That's a lot of extracurricular activity.
That's a lot of gum.
A lot of gum. 100%. Oh, that probably would be an interesting book.
I don't know. Do you have Spotify? You can listen to it.
I do. I don't pay for it.
Okay.
I just have the free version.
Okay. But it was very sad and very interesting, and makes you kind of put your own things in perspective.
Right. So many ads. Oh, it is bad. The ads are bad. The ads even have ads. They do a little bit.
We could do a family if you guys wanted to. I mean, you can do like a family thing and share it with like 6 people. And Ben has his own. He still gets like student pricing, which is cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
But I've been doing it.
I've thought about it. It's just like I keep getting like ads for it and stuff like that, obviously. But like, because it's the only time I ever listen to Spotify is like for the 10 minutes when like 5 to 10 minutes when I take a break, or when we go take our break, I have Spotify on.
Okay.
I just don't ever like use it that much because like I'm I'm listening to podcasts. I'm on Apple Podcasts, or something like that. So the book thing would be the only thing that would be mildly interesting if I
It's very
listen to that kind of stuff.
I've read a lot of books on there.
Did he read it?
Good. He did.
Oh, that's really cool too.
It's cool and sad because it's weird. I mean, it's great, but then he's dead. And
Voice from the grave.
it is. And when Friends came out, like that first 3 or 4 years, I was like, this is gonna be my favorite show of all time. And then it didn't maintain for me.
No.
I still enjoy it, and I've watched a lot of the more recent ones since then, and I like them. I don't like them nearly as much as those
They're better
first.
than sometimes I remember them to be.
Yeah.
Like they're not as bad, but like, they're definitely some of the plot lines just get a little.
But those first 3 or 4 years were just great. And he talks about how
Kind of stop the Q-tip when you feel resistance.
he's
Love that.
and I've watched a special on him before, but you can tell he's like, when I'm really thin, he's like, that's the drugs.
Oh
He's
yeah.
like, when I'm heavier, that's alcohol. He's like, when I'm wearing the goatee, I'm really messed up. So it was just because, and you do, like, he got down to like 122 pounds at one point. He was
There's
doing
some
like,
episode, like some of those seasons.
the third season. And he talks about like,
oh gosh, is it that early on?
it's
Boy, I
that
don't
early
remember
on.
that.
Well, because that's when the whole Vicodin thing happened. He was doing like 5 Vicodin. Yeah. And there were times throughout his life where he was lying.
At some point, you're like, man, you're almost like impressed that the body held up.
Oh my God, he went through so much shit, and it's just like, and it's a disease. It was very sad, but yet I learned some things and had some good laughs, and I enjoyed it. And I especially like when that show came out, I was like, he was the one I most identified with, because it's like, the kind of awkward, but funny, and this and that, but and anyway, but.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that was definitely the character I gravitated
and Fools
toward.
Rush In was I thought that was a really good movie.
That's a fun movie. It's a fun movie.
Yeah.
I've not watched it in forever. But
No,
like I said,
it's been a long time.
It came out. Like I said, it's just a fun movie.
I saw that in the theater, actually. So
he was in the whole 9 yards too, right?
That's what he talks about.
That's all the whole Bruce Willis stuff happened.
That's when he said to Bruce Willis, "Well, if this is a hit, you have to come on Friends."
Yeah.
And then when it was, but he had
he must have been a low bar for the whole 9 yards being a hit.
Well, it was #1 movie for like 3 weeks in a row.
Get out of town.
No, it was so he talks about how he and Michael J. Fox are the only two people to be starring in the #1 rated sitcom and have the #1 rated movie at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, Michael J. Fox makes sense. All the Back to the Future movies.
Back to the Future and Family Ties. Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, yeah.
I can't believe that held on that long for that many weeks. I mean, you can understand like an opening weekend. People are like, oh, Bruce Willis.
That's right.
But man, 3 weeks. That's saying something.
If you
Those Bruce Willis ones are not great episodes, though, to be fair. Like, he is so stiff and just like, I know that's almost like because he was playing like the overbearing, like the father with Ross and stuff. But some of that is just like so bad.
There's a couple lines that he has that are funny, but overall, it's not necessarily the best. But if you ever like I said, want some sadness to read about someone else's troubles.
I just look at the news, my friend.
There's that too. Yeah, there's that too.
But no, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I think that stuff is. I haven't gotten very far in it, but I've actually started reading the Al Pacino autobiography that I got for my birthday. And it's kind of interesting. I don't know if I like the way it's written.
Okay.
Because like obviously it's an autobiography, so usually it's like, oh, this like it feels like Al Pacino just recorded just stream of consciousness in a tape recorder and he said, write this down and print it. Because like it's just like kind of at least and again maybe it changes, like I'm only about 50 pages in, but it's like it feels like it's so much stream of consciousness of like, he starts talking about when he's young, and then all of a sudden he'll have like a very small anecdote about some movie that somehow tied it, and then also he's like, yeah, but Tchotchke back in my day when I was on the streets of Brooklyn. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like it's just so like out of pace. Like it'd be one thing if he like told the story and then referenced how he used that in a movie, like, oh, this is a memory I used when I worked on this. Like you kind of get that, but the little other tidbit is so small. It's like, why did you even mention that when you're in the middle of the story about how you picked fruit like with your grandmother or something? Like it's just, I don't know, it's wild. I'm gonna try and get through a little bit more of it and see if it changes. I don't feel old because I ain't. Lots of movies I love are old, and I feel old even though I ain't. When a friend hasn't seen the movie, it's outrageous. That is true. It is frustrating when a friend of yours hasn't seen something that you feel they should have seen. It can get that way. Oh man. All right. Memory lane has been accomplished. We have walked down it thrice with 3 different beverages.
Right.
We had the Fizzicist, we had the orange cream, And we just had another Pliny the Elder, which you correctly guessed that it was the fresher one.
Fortunately, I only had 2 choices.
That's true.
It's not like you guessing all the bourbons and the high proof things.
Yeah, although actually Jason did a lot better on that this time, though. When we did the last blind, I went over to my friend's house last weekend and we did a blind tasting of 3 different 100 proof bourbons. And I think I got, although to be fair, like one of them I had never had. One of them I had never had. One of them I'd only tasted, I think, over at his house. One of them was E.H. Taylor. Oh, it was the McKenna, which I haven't had. I have had, but I haven't. Like, it wasn't stuff I was as consistently knowing, like looking for or whatever. So, but anyway, so we've got that done. All those things are in the past. So now we can move on to a cocktail. We're gonna have a cocktail.
The Scofflaw.
It looks a little bit like that.
Yeah, their picture wasn't too far off that you and AI worked on together.
The what?
That you and the AI worked on together.
It's not too bad.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. The color, we'll see if it actually works there. We are on Twitch for food and drink. That is true. Melvin, how's it going? Good to see you. It takes a lot if you're scrolling past porn to actually come see us.
I'm surprised.
That's rare.
But thank you.
That's rare.
I'm very happy with that.
Yeah, exactly. It can happen, though.
We've arrived.
I have seen. I guess we have arrived.
We
will skip by that.
Yep.
Anyway, this is called the Scofflaw. We'll talk a little bit about the grenadine that's going in there because I actually had to order that from somewhere. And see, HJ's right there.
Oh,
see?
HJ's there.
He's there.
2 weeks in a row.
He's the one that got all the ones right this last week.
My goodness. Okay.
Orca, how's it going? Good to see you. Anyway, we've got this beverage right here. Scofflaw. We're going to make that. We've got some grenadine from Lieber and Company.
Lieber.
They actually even had the recipe on their website. I actually found this recipe for the drink, and then I randomly went to their site, and then they also have a bunch of recipes on their site too, which is really cool, and even on the side of the bottle too, which is nice. So we'll probably have.
We're not using the Willet rye, are we?
No, I'm actually not gonna. We're gonna have to put bourbon in there because I don't think I actually have a rye open that I would grace into there for anything. Okay. But yeah, so we will be right back with a cocktail. We got to go make this. We'll be right back. Music's kind of got a little bit of a lounge feel to it.
I recommended that you keep it on. Oh, wait. Welcome to Cocktail Hour here at the About Beverages Lounge. I'm Keith.
Who's performing this evening?
And this is Andrew. Oh, I don't know. It's probably the Harris Heller.
Harris Heller Stream Beats.
Lounge Beats. Thank you for joining us.
We got the Lux Lie here from Stream Beats. It slaps, apparently, and that's at least what the album says.
Whoa, slaps.
That's enough of that.
Okay.
Good to see you all here. Thank you guys for hanging out. We do have a cocktail here to enjoy. Do you guys get the Kit Kat ad where they're making a catapult of instructions and getting frustrated over it? I don't know if I've seen that one. Cars and cereal so far. Sure, they play ads based on. Yeah, it should be kind of location based to some extent. 9 out of 10 cooking channels, people are making desserts. Come on, meat and potatoes. I mean, we were just talking some meat and potatoes earlier with Gallicos. He's going to be working on some lamb for his cooking class.
Meat and potatoes.
But yeah, thank you to Orca who put the beverage command in the chat a minute ago. I'm going to hit it in there again. This is all the stuff we've had today. There is no link for the first 2 things because you literally cannot find those anymore. It was kind of like a thing.
It came from my fridge.
It came from Keith's fridge, so that's how it goes.
Actually, it came from the pantry and then to the fridge.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I like potatoes, but they don't like me. I get that. Too much starch, apparently, probably.
Yeah. I'm going to force them to like me.
This is the Scofflaw. It is usually it's a rye-based cocktail. I did not have any rye that I wanted to sacrifice into this drink. Apologies. Did not have anything like that. So this one we went with some Old Granddad 114 proof bourbon. Hopefully that'll suffice. This has grenadine in it. It's got dry vermouth and it has lemon juice. Those are the ingredients. The recipe is right there. The recipe where you can find this is the same place that I actually bought the grenadine, and I bought it also another syrup. I bought an almond or orgeat syrup from them as well. There's a drink we can make next week called the Army Navy, which is gin and that syrup and lemon juice and things. So
that sounds
got
good.
some other options on there as well. It probably will be fine, I'm sure.
As long as we have the HJ seal of approval.
I mean, that's also true right there.
Yeah.
But anyway, color?
You're the Scofflaw. You've Scofflawed the Scofflaw.
Scofflaw the Scofflaw? A little lighter than I thought it would be.
Yeah, but still definitely in the ballpark,
yeah.
Especially compared to the picture there. Yeah.
I did strain into a chilled coupe, just like it said in the thing there. I do love these glasses.
The little chilled coupe. You don't know what I've got.
Ooh, bourbon really, the bourbon really comes through, for sure. It's raining perfect pie weather, my fellow Americans. A small handheld meat. A meat pie. See, whenever I think pie, I think of a fruit pie.
It's raining
but I get it.
Meat pies. Okay.
Not sunshine?
No, not sunshine.
It's raining sunshine.
Thou lookst for the wee babe happy. That's Have you said
I just took a sip.
Oh,
I thought you were going for a sip.
No, that's good. That's good. I should.
I thought you were going in for a sip. Now, is this a Kramer or a Newman? I forget.
Newman is the Scofflaw.
Tougher than oral. Yeah, it's fine for it's fine for both, Gallicos. It's fine for both.
Newman is the Scofflaw. That's really nice.
That's delicious.
That grenadine really gives it a depth of fruitiness, depth of fruit.
Yeah.
It's not fruity, but that's really
fresh
good.
Squeezed lemon juice as well.
Balanced, yeah. That
You
makes
saw me do
everything
it.
pop. I did. That's a nice brightness, and then you have the rye, which no, I'm just kidding.
Damn it!
I'm just kidding. You
could have used some
the
spice,
whiskey,
couldn't it?
which is
You're
fine.
not wrong.
It's fine.
God damn
I'm
it.
kidding. I didn't even think that when I was saying that. I just did that it was material.
Oh, okay. Everything I drink comes in the same cup. Is it a sippy cup, Gallicos? What do we got going on there? It's a wonderful balance of everything. Like I said, it's not overly, even though there's an ounce and a half of, like I said, bourbon in there. And this is a higher proof that I wound up using. Like I said, that's not too boozy in there, but that definitely comes through. The grenadine, the lemon juice, the dry vermouth maybe gets a little lost, I guess. It's like just kind of probably a balancing component to some extent.
Yeah, probably.
We're using the Dolan dry vermouth, which I wound up buying. Like I said, I really like the Blanc, and then I wound up buying, like I said, the dry vermouth and the sweet vermouth. That's probably been my new favorite. It's just really good.
Do you ever mix them all three together?
No, is that a drink?
The vermouth triumvirate.
Oh my God. V is for vermouth? I don't know. Bought these awesome, like American Diner red cups. They're so good.
Wait, red Solo cups? No.
Oh yeah, are you doing like the hard plastic like red cup? Like it's almost like you get like the soda or tea cup, probably like you'd have it like at a Chuck E. Cheese. Or or like a Shakey's Pizza or something like that or whatever.
Shakey's.
Scofflaw, I do add some orange bitters. I like that accent. So it's funny. So the recipe here on Lieber and Company was perfect because it was a little more specific with the grenadine amount. Some recipes I found to be like a bit of a bar, but it was like very I was like, I hate that shit. Like when it's like, well, how much is that? I know it's probably like to taste, and I think some of those mentioned having either an orange bitters or some of them even put in an Angostura bitters. I know I saw those on a couple of recipes because, you can make the drink kind of however you want. But yeah, I think orange bitters in there would be kind of interesting, to be honest. There's already a lot of fruit. I wonder if something savory would be interesting in there. If you had something that was a little bit.
I think I'd like it.
Yeah.
Just the way it is.
Oh my gosh, there you go.
Oh, wait, no.
They say Oklahoma City on the bottom and then made in the US of A. That's probably, I bet we're thinking of the exact same cup, Gallico. Yeah, those are just kind of classic, like we're going to a Pizza Hut or something like that kind of place for sure. That's really, really delicious.
Yeah, there's a lot of good, especially for only 4 things being in there, and I think you can really only taste 3.
Yeah, the driver,
I a little bit. It probably balances. It probably tempers something.
I feel that it probably does.
Maybe acts as the arbiter.
Oh, so you say accentuate the positive?
Accentuate the positive. Eliminate the negative.
Yeah, this is really good. Yeah, that grenadine smelled really nice too. I had you give that a whiff.
That's right. I wish I wouldn't have sneezed in the bottle, but
yeah, that's probably maybe that's where the savory is.
That's the depth.
That's the depth.
That's extra body in there.
It's raining heavier. I don't know if I can be bothered weathering this. That's the same for that pie now. The small handheld meat pie. Damn it! Damn the weather. We lost power last night for about an hour. It was annoying.
Oh, really?
I know. It was a lot worse things in the world.
That happened during a show once.
We have had that happen during a show, but yeah, no, it was all of a sudden like 12:30 at night because we always have a fan going in our bedroom just for movement and for sound. Like we like having a bit of sound. And when that cuts off, all of a sudden like immediately just wake up like, huh?
What's happening?
Yeah, exactly. What's going on? Yeah, and it was off for like over an hour, and then it's like, is it coming back on? Oh, I should have just. And then I had just gone out to because our thermostat for our air conditioner, you can hear like it has a battery in it, so it's not So it was every once in a while trying to kick on, but obviously there was nothing. So I was like, oh, I should get up. And after like an hour, I was like, I could hear that. I was like, oh, I should go move that up so it doesn't keep trying to like kick on or whatever. And I literally, as I was going to hit the button, everything came back. I was like, oh, like it was kind of like initially a shock, but then it's like, go set the microwave clock, go set this clock, go change this, go change, like, it's like, oh, the internet's down.
Must
probably make sure the internet's working. Yep. Wife's going to need that in the morning, all that stuff. Oh, hi, Babs, Keith, and Chad. How's it going tonight? It's going well. Dogboy, did you see I haven't gotten a look yet. Did you get my message on Discord?
A Discordian message.
A Discordian message. I finally am close enough, I think, with the shirt, the Keith Fleck shirt, that I asked him what his shirt size was. So we need to find out. Casey, what are you doing? Why would you do that?
Holy
we're just drinking beverages here. Why would you do these things?
Doing. Oh my goodness.
We're not doing anything fun here. Casey, I appreciate that. Atlas, it's good to see you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Chickagoo, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Good to see you. Casey, thank you for coming in. I appreciate
a lot of people here.
Nice. It is.
I'm overwhelmed. I'm going to be like Cindy Brady. I'm going to be like Cindy Brady looking at the red light.
This is the most fun. What do you mean? You're too kind. Revy47, thank you for the follow. Anybody not following Casey in this chat, you've made absolutely massive mistakes that we can fix pretty quickly. It's pretty easy to fix. It's going to be hard at the top of the screen. If it is not filled in, you need to just fill it in immediately. That just makes it just so easy. So you make sure you're following absolutely wonderful people here on Twitch. And that is one person that you should not mistakenly not be following. There would have been more here, but my internet died. It's fine. You're absolutely fantastic. I can't believe it. You're way too kind bringing in all these wonderful people. That was a really
big number.
That is a number.
It was a number that was more than 4. And
and less than 1,000.
And less than 1,000.
Less than 1,000.
And I did not know how to respond. I don't know what to do right now. What do I say?
Tell me about your beverages. Oh my gosh, that's getting a little personal, but we've had some kind of tales from the fridge tonight when it comes to the beverages.
It's been Throwback Thursdays for a little while now.
It has been. Like I said, we had 2 throwback sodas that you literally cannot find anymore. They were
Best Buy 2019.
Best Buy 2019, but they were some old favorites.
Oh,
the Fizzicist and an orange cream soda from Kroger. They were real sugar. They were super delicious. It was probably the most closest to Dr. Pepper that I've ever had. Bevy, I have a story. Atlas, you better lay that story on me then. There's also a drink that Atlas has told us that we need to make. I'll tell you about that later. There's also a drink that we need to make at some point. And it's not like a gross thing. It's actually like something delicious. My dad used to love Mountain Dew, and he just doesn't anymore. But he doesn't drink soda much anymore. Okay, go on. Putting your tummies on the line for the podcast.
Saying Crispy Sugar was your stripper name.
That's true.
Not real sugar.
That's not actually real sugar. It was actually Crispy Sugar. That's very true. Carnage, it's good to see you. Had these throwback Mountain Dew in the fridge since 2006, and I went over there one day, and when he was drinking it like a couple months ago. So that's older than we've gone.
We haven't gone back that far.
We've gone a little further. Like I said, these are probably about 7 years old, the ones we had today, roughly.
That's our best guess.
That is our best guess. Is your dad still with us, Atlas?
Hopefully.
That's the real question. Hopefully everything's still going okay. It was leaking out of the can.
Oh, I'm familiar with that.
Keith was literally telling stories earlier tonight. Also, thank you to everybody that came in. My name is Andrew.
And I'm Keith.
And we are both About Beverages. We do this podcast most Thursday evenings. I stream during the week, gaming things and stuff, but we are always talking about food and drink here for sure. He's going to live forever now. It's literally coated his insides.
That's right.
And he's glowing. He is just glowing with that. But yeah.
Beverage love.
But thank you to everybody that has come in. Casey, again, thank you so much for the raid. Again, if that heart has already left the top of the screen, which I'm sure it has, it's super annoying. It's ridiculous that it goes away that quick for people that we absolutely love having come in here. There you go. There's a link. You can right click on that, open tab, and hit the follow button. Would really love that. And we are Wild Stallions. That just makes me think of Bill and Ted.
See, I haven't seen Bill and Ted in a long time.
Oh my God. We saw that in the theater together.
We saw it together?
We did. You, me, your wife.
That's great. I don't remember that, but I know I saw it in the theater. I think I saw the second one in the theater as well.
I think I saw that with Mom in the theater.
Okay,
because I remember the only thing I remember from that one is when they're like battling the Grim Reaper over board games, and he goes, "You have sunk my battleship." And they're like, excellent. That's like the only thing. And then at some point they're playing Twister and he gets his foot in his face or something. That's all I really remember. And Has anyone told you guys you have fantastic hair?
Wow.
Not today, but I'll take it.
I haven't been told that in a while. So
hair here or hair here?
Yeah. Or hair. Oh, wait, no.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, wait, no.
The camera, we haven't done that camera yet.
That camera is not active right now.
How is the Russian River Brewing Pliny the Elder Double IPA and or are you drinking it? We finished that one. That is one of our favorite IPAs.
Always a favorite.
Still of all time.
This one had a few months on it. It was
from February.
Not consumed at the peak of freshness.
Yeah.
Yet it was still very good.
It was still very, very good. Yeah, for sure. Definitely one of our favorite beers, IPAs specifically of all time. Yep. Still love stuff from Russia. And the previous week we had done stuff, and I probably should do the shameless plug. Where is it? Where's the shameless plug button? There it is.
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. If you want to find other beverage related content, YouTube is the place to go for all that. All of our referenced previous podcasts are up there. Answer is yes. I like it. That's true. That is the proper answer. Is just yes. Casey, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you to everybody that came in here. That is super, super nice. Appreciate it. Yeah, we are currently enjoying the Scofflaw cocktail right now. This is made with some real grenadine that I just bought, some bourbon, some vermouth, and some lemon juice. Pretty simple and pretty delicious. Appreciate you so much. What painting did we get? Anything? Did we get anything finished today? Any paintings done today, Casey, while you're working? Tell Brother Bevy about my idea. So that's what, so that was, he is the idea for, you should actually tell us again what it is. It's the Grand Marnier. It's like coffee and vanilla ice cream and Grand Marnier, I think. What is it called? I literally still have it bookmarked and I forgot what it's called. Affogato. Have you ever heard of this?
I have heard that word before. Yes.
Right there. That's where you heard it. That's where you heard it. Avocado right there.
I believe that's a curse word in Italian. No, I'm just kidding.
It means go fuck yourself.
Hey, affogato.
Affogato.
No, I actually have heard that word, but I don't know what it is.
Putting some finishing touches on the Horace Ghost Shell. Oh, nice. Spoonful of Grand Marnier poured out. Yeah, exactly. Like, he went through this whole recipe with me. He was talking about, it crystallizes a little bit. Okay. He said it's good, so we're going to have to do that'll definitely be something we'll feature. The only thing is whenever we're going to do it, I have to let him know because he's like, I need to see your reaction when you actually have it.
Okay.
And I was like, reaction because it's good, and he's like, oh, it'll change your life.
Life changing.
Yeah, life changing.
So if any beverage is going to be life changing, then we need to try that.
I think that's
now. Is it
changing
changing our lives for the better? Or is it going to make us depressed?
I didn't ask.
It's going to be worse.
Is it going to be the Matthew Perry of books?
Yeah, it could be. Your life was great, and you had the affogato, or is it going to be better for sure? All right,
nice cream of coffee. Yeah, looks delicious. Better for sure. Okay, see, there we go. Better for sure. And
that's where we want to be.
Delicious.
The Matthew Perry of books.
I would recommend this one.
Oh, man.
Would you recommend this beverage?
Absolutely.
Would you have this again?
Of course.
If you saw this at a restaurant, would you have it?
The Scofflaw?
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends. Sometimes, though, there are numerous choices.
Oh, my gosh.
And you weed them out. The vodka ones, they're gone.
They're kicked to the curb.
I don't need
Agreed.
those. So that's an easy place to start.
Why waste your time?
So then this would at least make it to that next round.
Okay.
And then you have to see, what are you in the mood for? What time of year is it? What are they charging? No, I'm just kidding.
Money is no object.
Money is it's no object, but it's a consideration.
It won't always stop me, but I need to know what it is.
I need to know.
I need to know the dollar because it could be trouble.
I'll have to see if at the celebration on Sunday, do you have a Scofflaw pre-made? Because I don't think they mix them up there.
I don't think they do.
Have some pre-made.
I need to look at I wonder, can you find their list online of the bourbon stuff?
I would think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Be prepared.
Well, if they have something extra good there, we should maybe make sure we try it.
I've saved one little sip yet. Yeah, no, that's very good. That can definitely work in the summer, in the warmer months, but also the
whiskey's got a nice warm, especially the one I used since it was a higher proof. There's a little more of a...
The way you Scofflaw the Scofflaw.
I wouldn't disagree, though, that I bet a rye whiskey would be even a little one notch better. I'm going to be honest with you. Like I said, we used a bourbon. That was what I had. Didn't want to sacrifice. Like I said,
you can't use the Willet in there.
My rye whiskeys right now, the couple that I have besides the Willet, or including the Willet, it's a little pricier than I'd want to put in a mixed cocktail.
Maybe the 8-year. No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe the 8-year, exactly. Yeah, no, the 4-year easily, but maybe the 8 we'd have to consider. Oh my God, that would be a travesty. That would be an absolute travesty if someone made a cocktail with Something like that. That would be so sad. If HJ's still here, like I said, I was telling him about the amazing 8-year Willet that I got to have over at your house.
Yeah, because I happened to see it last week at Tap and Bottle when I was there, and you're like, I had it.
he's like, oh my God, Tap and Bottle has this 8-year Willet.
I thought, why are they charging $260 for?
I was like,
oh, 8 years.
And I was like, I had it this weekend. He's like, oh my God.
Because we've seen 12 years as well, so.
What is the best New England IPA that you have reviewed live? Is this even possible to answer?
Ugh.
That's a great question. Not for cocktails. Yeah.
Remember we had there was one from Canada that we had. Remember the Ta Milieu?
Yeah, but that wasn't our favorite though.
No, it was good though.
It was good. New England style IPA.
Damn.
So I'm going to answer this by not saying specifically the New England IPA, but I would mention breweries that I love their New England IPAs. I would say Adroit Theory. If you can find them, they're out of Virginia. They're fantastic. I would say we have some local places like Pueblo Vita. Tombstone makes really good New England style IPAs, those hazy IPAs.
Yep.
I'm trying to kind of go across the country a little bit.
What's the one? Moonraker? Is that the brewery or is that the
Moonraker is the name of the brewery? I think.
They
do really good stuff. What's the one with always usually has the dinosaurs on it?
Oh, the
Goliath
out of Iowa. Actually,
out of Iowa. Like I said, they do really good stuff. Obviously Drecker Brewing. That's one of our favorites too. They do amazing stuff. So again, not narrowing down your question, but those are breweries that if you see like hazy IPAs from any of those that we just mentioned, they are usually pretty fantastic, especially when you find them fresh. Like I said, we're very lucky. We have a couple very local bottle shops that have some amazing stuff, and they get in a lot of things from kind of all across the country. So we're very lucky in that regard. But yeah, those would probably be some of my favorites. Like I said, if it was something from Drecker Brewing, Adroit Theory, like I said, Pueblo Vita, like I said, here locally. I'm trying to think who we like out of California lately. We haven't. I mean, it used to be Modern Times would have been something, but I haven't had anything from Modern Times in for forever.
Not in a long modern time. Pure Project does some good things. Casa Agria, I haven't had anything from, but the reality is I haven't had a lot of beer in the last several months, actually.
Yeah, but just thinking of the place.
But just going back, flipping the
who
Rolodex.
Who does the Boss Pour and those?
Not Virgin, but
Virgin does good stuff though too.
Virgin does good. Boss Pour is
like you can always find those. What is that other? Yeah, who does the?
Yeah, I can't think of.
It's like Boss Pour. Thank you,
Abnormal.
Thank
goodness HJ is here.
Yeah, thank God.
Okay.
Yeah, Abnormal, like I said, is also like I said, usually pretty good. For stuff that's a little more mass market, sometimes easier to find. I like stuff from also the Coomber Brewing is really good. They usually do a little more West Coast than hazy IPAs.
Right.
I mean, they do some of those, but like I like their West Coast stuff better, like their Project Dank series. Like so that's kind of that danky style IPA. Yep. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Can I also move in? I'll pay fees. I mean, you'd have to sleep here in the stream room, but we can work something out. Possibly, we'll do it.
The table is quite small, but
it is.
Yeah, maybe
we could set up like a little cot here in the corner. I'll just have to move the beverage fridge here, but like I said, we could set up a cot in the corner. Yeah. And then I think we'll work something out. Like I said, we're here in Southern Arizona. We'll talk. We'll have some conversation about that. Yeah, that is pretty fantastic. I would definitely make that.
It was a good thing that HJ was here last week to suggest this, and that also that.
Well, and I was almost going to be like I said, if you want to go like out on a little bit of a tangent too. I ordered this last week, and I was like, okay, cool. I know there was a cocktail with grenadine. Like, we'll do it. I'll order it. He actually had sent me a link that was like a $10 off coupon. So basically made the shipping free. So I upgraded shipping to 2 days because I was like, cool, I'll get that before Thursday. We'll get to make one of these cocktails, yada, yada. And then when it shipped out, it was claiming it wasn't going to get here till today at like 7:00.
Oh.
And I was like, that's not what I picked. And I was like confused. And then as I was looking, I was like, well, no. Look. And it wound up showing up yesterday. I was like, sweet, we can do this. So yeah. So that wound up working out okay. But yeah, if you go to like the link that I put there in a chat, like I said, is to, and like hashtag not an ad, is to the recipe for the beverage. But also if you look there on their website, they have a bunch of these different kind of syrups that you can get. Like, so they're all, like I said, made as you would want them to be made. Like I said, this is actually made like with pomegranate, like I said, the grenadine. We bought an almond syrup, and they've got tons of recipes, tons of ideas. So that's like just kind of a super, super cool thing with them. So hashtag if they want to be like a sponsor or ad, like that's fine.
Of course, send us some of your syrups.
We probably shouldn't. Oh man, we just gave away like everything though. Man, we love this. This is fantastic.
Well, we're not quite sure.
I'm still undecided.
Yeah.
It is like I did buy a bunch more of the Bloody Mary mixes that we like, the Sunday's Bloodies.
Oh,
I forgot.
That's good.
I think I have one that we never did try, so we also could try that at some point too, that I have not opened. There's a traditional.
Twist my arm.
I bought the mild, the hot, traditional, and something else. Caesar. I don't know. I bought those. I already went through the mild. The mild was good. It's even just good on its own. Like if you're not making a Bloody Mary, like just drinking that is almost like a tomato juice kind of thing. Oh, you could. Almost that thick. It's almost restaurant style. You're not actually wrong.
We talked about that, I think.
It's in the ballpark. It was in the ballpark for sure. Haven't tried all the syrup. No, they have.
No, that's true.
Tons of syrups. It is. The amount of syrups and stuff that they have is just unbelievable.
Send us your syrups.
But I think the two that we got, that's really all that we need.
Unless you want to send us.
Unless you want to send us some. Yeah,
of course.
If you would like
shameless
to shameless plug.
Shameless
pleading. Send us more syrups. We would love that. Well, what are you thinking about for next week as I peruse who we are going to go raid as we wrap up the show here?
Well, if we want to stay with the unavailable sodas, I do have some cream sodas from the Kroger line. We could do that. I'm
fine with starting with one of those, but you need to bring something else to the show.
I will dive back. I brought the Pliny, but I will dive.
We've had.
I know, but they're just sitting there getting not better.
You have other things. You had a Tombstone Stout. I was thinking about. I was like, oh, I bet he's going to offer that, and he didn't do that. You mentioned a brewery beer that you had. Like, I was like, these are all. I had all these in my head.
I didn't bring the brewery because it's a 25 liter or 25.
Whoa, 25 liters! Holy shit!
It's a 25 milliliter. 25 milliliter. And I thought, well, that's like one full beer, and so I haven't been drinking a lot lately, so I gotta be safe. But we could
that's
do
fair.
the tomb. Yeah, no, we could dig into the. I could go into the dark area.
And like I said, obviously, it sounds like I for sure have another cocktail that we can do too.
Yeah,
stouts are up my alley. Oh my god!
Well, for Atlas, we'll do a stout.
Oh my gosh!
Maybe.
Sushi, you're too kind. Thank you for the gifted sub to Atlas. That is way too kind. Thank you, Sushi. That's very nice. What was you missed out on this one, Atlas, but last week we had it was from Avery Brewing. It was their Imperial.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if all of this is something you'd be interested in, but it was an Imperial Stout, and then it was aged in Islay Scotch barrels.
Yeah. And they did not have any more of those at Tap and Bottle.
Oh my God. It was so good. It definitely, you have to like Scotch, but it was not over the top. Oh my God. It was so good.
No, it was delicious. Perfect balance of everything and not too sweet. Yeah, no, it was really good.
Oh, bourbon barrel stouts. Oh my gosh. Atlas, if we ever meet, I'm telling you, there are some things that we will have together. It'd be amazing. I like Scotch more. Oh, then you would have loved it. You would have been over them. We loved it. You would have loved it as well. Like I said, yeah.
Delicious.
It was absolutely super, super delicious. Super, super tasty for sure. But yeah, it's like I said, so another cocktail. Like I said, we'll do that Army Navy, I think, next week. Okay. So that's like I said, it's gin. It's almost like the orgeat. Is that how you pronounce it? Am I butchering that?
I've heard orgeat, but I'm not sure.
Orgeat? I'm happy with whatever is correct.
Okay.
Chameleon, hello. How are you? Orgeat?
Orgeat?
Okay.
But I'm not 100% sure.
I'll take whatever I like.
There we go.
Had the Blue Mountain Barrel Dark Hollow. We used to live near there. Oh, okay. I'll have to look for that.
Like Jamaica Blue Mountain?
I don't know.
Is
that a coffee? Is that like a coffee aged stout? That sounds delicious. I'll have that.
All right. Have you found our...
I have found some. We're going to wrap
victim?
things up here.
Benefactor?
Yeah. The benefactor?
The benefactor?
Of all the kindness and goodness here. That's the finest wares.
Orgeat.
Orgeat. I'm been lurking, enjoying the vibes. Yes. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate you joining the vibes. Thank you to everybody that came in on the raid earlier. Casey, thank you again so much for that. Atlas, everybody here, so good to talk to you all. Like I said, thank you guys for the follows. That is super, super kind. If you liked anything that you saw here tonight, like I said, drop a follow. We will be back again next Thursday, 3:30 Pacific, 6:30 Eastern. That is when we usually do our podcasting. And again, I am on, like I said, during the week 8:30 a.m. Pacific, 11:30 Eastern, doing possibly some Destiny stuff or doing many other kind of puzzle story game type things, hanging out, still talking beverages, but also enjoying some games as well. We're going to go say hi to the always absolutely fantastic Seraphim Red. We're going to go say hi to Sarah right now. She is playing, oh my gosh, she's playing with Kraus right now. They are streaming some PvP. Bless their little hearts playing the PvP. My gosh. All right, let's go say hi to her. She is absolutely fantastic. Thank you guys for coming in and hanging out. Appreciate you all so much. I will see you guys tomorrow. We will both see you when?
Next Thursday.
Be
here, because then there'll be a couple of weeks that we won't be.
That's true. Then we will have a little break after that.
Definitely be here.
Make sure you're next week.
See him tomorrow.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.